How long should we preheat the cooker before baking cake in a steel utensil?
Hello everyone, and welcome to our video today where we will be discussing how long you should preheat your cooker before baking a cake in a steel utensil. Preheating is an essential step in baking, as it helps to ensure that your cake bakes evenly and rises properly. So, let's dive right in and find out the optimal preheating time for your cooker.
Why is preheating important?
Before we get into the specific preheating time for baking a cake in a steel utensil, let's first understand why preheating is important. Preheating allows the oven or cooker to reach the desired temperature before you put your cake batter in. This helps create the right baking environment and ensures that your cake bakes evenly from all sides.
Factors to consider for preheating time.
Now, let's talk about the factors you should consider when determining the preheating time for baking a cake in a steel utensil. 2.1. Oven or cooker type. The type of oven or cooker you are using can affect the preheating time. Gas ovens, for example, may take longer to reach the desired temperature compared to electric ovens. So, it's important to be aware of the characteristics of your specific cooker. 2.2. Size and material of the steel utensil. The size and material of the steel utensil you are using for baking can also influence the preheating time. Larger utensils or those made of thicker steel will generally take longer to heat up compared to smaller or thinner ones. 2.3. Recipe instructions. Always refer to the specific recipe instructions for guidance on preheating time. Some recipes may recommend a specific preheating time based on their testing and desired results. Following the recipe instructions will help you achieve the best outcome for your cake.
General guidelines for preheating time.
While the preheating time can vary depending on the factors mentioned earlier, here are some general guidelines to consider when baking a cake in a steel utensil. 3.1. Preheat for 10 to 15 minutes longer than recommended. As a rule of thumb, it's usually recommended to preheat your cooker or oven for 10 to 15 minutes longer than the recommended preheating time in the recipe. This extra time allows the heat to distribute evenly throughout the oven and ensures that the steel utensil reaches the desired temperature. 3.2. Temperature and time mentioned in the recipe. Pay attention to the temperature and time mentioned in the recipe. The recipe will typically indicate the baking temperature and duration required for the cake. Preheating your cooker to this specified temperature is crucial for achieving the desired results. And there you have it. Preheating your cooker before baking a cake in a steel utensil is essential for a successful baking outcome. Remember to consider factors such as the oven or cooker type, the size and material of the steel utensil, and always follow the recipe instructions. As a general guideline, preheating for 10 to 15 minutes longer than the recommended time and reaching the specified temperature mentioned in the recipe should help you achieve a delicious and evenly baked cake. Happy baking!